Hi, my cat is down here. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I am making this video today because I am feeling, my cat Tucker, he'll probably come back up in a second and then I can show you him, but I'm feeling really good today, and that is because I slept last night. Isn't that amazing? Oh my God. Okay, and we're just gonna continue because, like, whatever. He's just gonna play with something in the background and that's fine. I don't think there's a lot that I can do about that. I slept last night and I haven't really been sleeping that well. I mean, I go through phases on and off, and it's my own fault. Like, to be totally straight up with you guys, I have just started watching Parks and Rec. I am obsessed with it. And I took so long to watch it. There's so many seasons. I can't do it. Also, sorry in advance, my nails are busted right now, and that's just gonna happen. You're constantly gonna see new nails. This is what happens. I have acrylics. I have terrible nails. I don't want to hear it, so don't leave any comments about my nails. So yeah, I've always kind of struggled with sleep, and it's been something where I just really need to work on my habits, because on the nights that I do sleep, I feel amazing, i.e. right now. I feel so good. Even, I work with my friend and she literally was like, why are you so hyper today? Like, it's literally because I slept. So with all that being said, I wanted to share some of the tips that I have been learning with you guys, and hopefully we can all work on this whole sleep thing together, because it's really important. Sleep is important for stress management, for appetite. Like, have you ever noticed that when you don't sleep, you kind of like crave weird things and you feel really lethargic and feel like you need to, like, you could eat anything. You're kind of like a bottomless pit of like, put any food inside of me and I will eat it. That's how I get when I don't sleep. I get moody. It can cause inflammation and your stress hormones and just your hormones in general to be out of whack. It can cause you to yell at your loved ones for no reason. So being sure that we are addressing it and actually doing something about it is key to everything that you want to achieve with your health. I'm not going to keep this intro very long. Let's just go ahead and get into it. The 5 ways that you can improve your sleep based on what I've been trying recently. My nose is a little red. Also, in case I accidentally move, so that's my ring light, and I thought it would look cute with a picture frame behind me, so I lowered this to be all centered and to look good, but then you can see the ring lights. So I don't know. The first recommendation that I have is a very simple one, which is limit screen time. That is a really annoying thing for me to say. I know, I get it. Like, everyone says you sleep with your phone not in the room and like turn off the TV. We get it, it's just, but seriously, guys, like, we actually have to do this, and that is without a doubt my downfall. Like I said, Parks and Rec, and then also just scrolling Instagram, or I've been falling in a bunch of YouTube traps lately, hence the channel. This is kind of like my new vice, I guess, of just staying up all night watching YouTubers and learning about makeup and things that I don't need for my day-to-day life, and then all of a sudden it's 1 a.m. So definitely limiting screen time, but I want to explain how to do that. So there's a couple tricks that I've kind of picked up along the way. The first is watch TV in a different room if that's available to you. So whether you keep the TV in the living room, or if you're just set up your computer out in the living room, do that. And then once you close the computer or turn off the TV out there and go to get in bed, then close the computer and turn off the TV. Like, don't get in bed and then give yourself one more episode. It's literally just training yourself to say, okay, I watch TV out here, except for on days when I'm like really lazy and like really want to stay in bed, and then I can't blame you for that. But I watch TV out there and then I come back and I go to sleep in my bed. What a concept. Like, we actually sleep in our bed as opposed to like do a million other things. I'm not telling you to like take your phone and put it in another room unless that works for you. But for me personally, that would kind of stress me out. If you want to scroll Instagram or scroll YouTube or whatever it is before bed, do that. But then have a book or something, maybe a journal or something that you're working on without a screen, ready to go. So it's getting late and you're like, okay, I got my fix, like, put it away. And I just spit at the camera. I don't know if you saw that. We're all phone addicts. Let's be honest with ourselves. And then I'll journal or I'll read something right before bed, and reading always puts me to sleep. So sad, but so true. So the next thing I'd recommend is eating earlier at night. A lot of us tend to, let's say you get home from work late, or you don't get hungry until later in the evening, and then you're eating this huge meal right before bed and then just getting straight in bed or laying down for the rest of the night and not even letting yourself digest. That's going to be problematic for your sleep. So when you eat before bed, what can happen is that your blood sugar can spike because you're digesting, and then you're all of a sudden like full of energy and, you know, jittery and kind of like, oh, why am I so awake right now? Well, it's because you just put a bunch of energy into your body and you're not using it. It's going to make your sleep quality lower because you're using a lot of energy in order to digest. So definitely eating earlier in the night. And I'm going to just say this, the same goes for alcohol. So with alcohol, it's going to interrupt your ability to reach that deep sleep. And that's really problematic because even if you think you're able to fall asleep easier if you've had a glass of wine or a vodka or whatever it is that you do, you really want to make sure that this is only an occasional thing when you're out socializing and not a reliance every night, because it is interrupting your sleep and that's going to be problematic for your body's ability to repair itself. We need to get high quality sleep as well as the 7 to 8 hours. It's got to be high quality sleep. So this is why, keeping the drinking as not a sleep routine, but more of a social thing is going to be really key to this whole process. So similarly, you want to make sure that if you're a dessert person or you like to snack on some fruit before bed, that you're doing something after you eat. And I'm not talking like, oh my God, sugar, like everyone villainizes sugar in the media, we get it. I'm talking about, if you have a little piece of chocolate or if you have some fruit or whatever you want before bed and then you go straight to bed, that blood sugar is going to spike so quickly. Fruit especially, and chocolate and refined sugars are going to be digested really quickly, and it's going to go straight to your bloodstream, and then you're going to get this burst of energy, which is going to stimulate an insulin response. Insulin is directly tied to all of your other hormones. Our hormones kind of work in this big, matrix of everything influences each other, and one hormone response can trigger a whole cascade of hormone responses. So you want to make sure that you're not triggering this response, this sugar response, right before you go to bed. If you get restless at night, look at the sweets that you might be eating before bed. I usually recommend just like skip the sweets entirely. Sorry, let me correct myself. I don't mean skipping the sweets entirely in your whole life, because that's just not realistic. This is life. You should be able to eat sweet things if you like them. I'm saying skipping the sweets entirely at night. If this is something that's not realistic for you, I would recommend fruit, maybe only having chocolate or whatever candy, on occasion when you're craving it. And then take a little walk afterward. Or maybe have a little dance party in your kitchen if, the weather doesn't permit for a walk, or if you don't want to go for a walk. Have a little dance party, do something so that you're not just sitting down with that energy and like letting it build and build and build in your body and then not use it, because that is definitely going to interrupt your sleep and make it harder to get to sleep. So the fourth thing that I'd recommend is kava tea. This kind of goes in line with having a nighttime routine, whether it's, drinking a little tea before bed, or maybe you light a candle, or you take a shower every night, or whatever it is that you do. Adding kava to this routine is going to be amazing for your relaxation, for stress management, and for sleeping in general. So they call kava nature's Xanax. It is very relaxing. I really like the Yogi. Oh, I really like the Yogi brand, the Goji brand. Yeah, okay, Whitney. I think it's delicious. It's kind of got like a cinnamony sort of warm taste, but it's not too cinnamony. So if you don't like cinnamon, I'm saying that really weird. It's not overwhelming, so don't worry about that. Let it steep for like 10 minutes, so don't drink it right away. And if you want it stronger, you can use 2 tea bags in a glass. And it's really such a relaxing routine for me and gets me in the mindset of going to sleep. I also like to light candles. I think candles are amazing. I know a lot of people who have oil diffusers. Those can be really helpful as well. So just finding your little tricks that kind of get you ready to go to sleep and make you feel, that like feeling. Like, when you wash your sheets and then you get into a warm bed and it's all clean, you're like, oh, this is amazing. Like that's what you're looking for in a tea, that feeling. And then my fifth recommendation is going to be to keep a sleep journal. So this doesn't actually have to be a physical journal if that doesn't work for you. I would recommend that it is. Get one of those, little notepads that you can keep by your bed. Just write the time that you go to sleep, the time that you wake up, like how your quality of sleep was, and write what your routine was the night before. The whole point here is to sort of tune into your body and say, okay, what's going on with me? How do I react to certain stimulants before bed, or certain foods, or certain, whatever it may be? And how is it affecting my sleep? Not only the next morning, but the entire next day. Am I staying energized? Am I waking up super groggy, but then once I'm up, I'm up? Is this something that I'm just not getting enough sleep? Like, what is going on? So keeping a little journal there. This is something I do with my clients a lot. I'll have them keep a food and sleep log, as well as a symptom log. So they're kind of tracking everything they do for a week just to see what's going on and see if there's any places and sort of routines that we can kind of mix up and have it work better for their bodies. Because at the end of the day, this is all about your experience and what works for you. No one is trying to pressure you to do anything that doesn't make sense for your body. But there are always room for improvements, and there's room to make changes to your sleep habits and your sleep schedule that's going to benefit you in the long run, so that all of this other work that you're doing to be healthier and to feel better isn't going to waste because you're not getting any sleep. And that's the biggest thing. So those are my 5 tips for getting some better sleep. I have so many more tips. So if you guys want me to make a second video about this, I would love to. Also, I want to hear from you. So please comment down below what your sleep tips are. And don't forget to like this, subscribe to my channel, and let me know what other videos you guys want from me. Okay, bye.